Okay, it's PlayStation Doom Reloaded. After a while, but here we are. The last secret level of the second campaign, Fallen Earth, MAP96, is destroyed. And this map was made by both of us. I made most of the starting area, excluding these rooms. I created only a handful of rooms and a small portion of the outdoor area. Aside from that, I didn't really have too much to do with this map. And Rockard Gamer 45 took over this one, and he created what is most likely the biggest level that PlayStation Doom Reloaded has, at the moment at least. Alright, let's keep moving. Could be somewhat challenging because there's a lot of bad guys, but fortunately most of them aren't really that powerful, so it's just this kind of horde of low-tier bad guys. Oh. And it looks like I can cheese most of the enemies. Okay. This way, but yeah, that's fairly good. Oh, that guy died for some reason. I think there could be a handful of enemies around this area, because some of them usually tend to bunch up around this area. Alright. Looks like most of the enemies are cleared, excluding a handful of these stationary Makibai and whatnot. And here's a secret. Let's use that one, and we'll get the grenade launcher. First of many secrets, and I believe this map has something like 9 secrets or so. And that berserk pack that you just saw over there, that's a secret too. But we must go through one of these buildings in order to get that. And I believe it's this building, if I remember correctly. What the hell? That's a little bit too close for comfort. Yeah, you guys were probably all warm and cozy because of that little fireplace of yours. Alright, let's make a run for that. Ah, really? Wow, I still have like 95 rockets. I was like down to 60 or something, because I used quite a lot of them. Alright. I think there was a secret with a computer automap nearby. It usually stands out pretty well from the automap, but it could be that I have not yet reached that area. Oh yeah, and then there's this shotgun guy building. Let's just blow them down. Whoops. Okay, that wasn't really the smartest thing to do. But it's not that bad, really, because there's plenty of health, and I think there was a green armor somewhere in here, I think. Yes. So, that was a swift recovery. And I did actually create this building, so I took some ideas from, like, other games, most notably Duke Nukem 3D, because Duke Nukem 3D is kind of famous for those city maps, and I created this kind of a bar portion, or whatever, with some health bonuses, so-called slot machines, and cash registers, and whatnot. Okay, where was I at? Oh yeah, the shotgun guy built. Alright, now it looks like most of this stuff is cleared, so I guess we could take this building now. But we need to be careful because there are 2 chambers. Really? And this teleporter will take us over here. Let's make a run for it. And with this, we'll get the red key, actually. I thought it was a yellow one, but the yellow one is actually located on one of those balconies. Don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure I'll reach that in a minute. I would like to borrow some books. You okay with that, Mr. Cacodemon? And this is kind of like poor man's version of TNT MAP17 processing area. Kind of reminds me of that secret. Who was that? I think this building didn't really have anything too special. Oh yeah, only a chain gun. I think that's the yellow key. Yeah, it's right there. It's kind of funny how that Mancubus corpse is kind of blinking. Well, let's go in here then. I kept missing this guy for some reason. I forgot that he was there. Kept missing him many times during one of my early attempts. Wow, that was a little more painful than I expected. Alright, now we have the yellow key. I'll check this building just in case. Yep, nothing in here. So, now we have both of the keys. But I want to find that computer automap secret. please show yourself. And there's actually a secret here. Let's use that one, and it will reveal a mega armor around here with a chaining iron. Who is that? Alright, and here's a plasma rifle and some nice sector work. Poor man's team TNT stuff, I suppose. Yeah, I usually like to take my time with this city. It's actually quite nice to explore this. Not sure really if I needed that, but... Alright. I think it was, there must have been a secret somewhere here. Oh, here it is. Yes, and here we have another secret within a secret, and yet another secret that we achieved. Alright, I need to find the computer automap secret. It should probably stand out from the automap. Let's see. Well, of course, now that I'm trying to find out where it is, of course it won't stand out. Ah, there it is. It's right here. Alright. Now we can see things properly. And I guess now it would probably be a good time for us to start using those keys. And both of the locked doors are here. Actually, I could take this door first, just for fun. Because I usually tend to take the red door first, but I want to find out if it makes any difference if I take the yellow one first instead. Doubt it really does, but... What? Okay, okay, what do we have here? It's a more, I would say, hellish edition of Map 43, so... kind of makes me think of those Fall of Trident days, when you could kind of like see a bit of a more hellish version of a map that you played before. And rightfully so, because after all, it's from the author of Fall of Trident. Maybe I should check this place out. Not really sure if there's anything in there, but... Ah, some rockets. Alright, let's keep going forward. Thank you. Shells. Okay, where's the rat suit? Yeah, it's kind of useful, at least if you want to take these without taking any damage. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else in here, so... Wow, how did I miss this one? Ah, yes. This is the same secret from map 43, but it doesn't have anything in it. It's kind of funny. It makes me think of E3 and 9 in a way, because they changed versus E3 and 1, of course. So they kind of changed slightly how different items were placed and stuff. So, but this is the way to go. And this is where the so-called exit of map 43 would be. But this is not going to be the end of the level by any means. And with that, that should make one of the bars lower. That's actually blocking the exit, but for that we need to go through this area. So, and there's actually a switch hidden inside one of those monster closets. Here it is. And with that, this door is now open. Still somebody alive in here? Kind of like the texture combination and the kind of cold colors that this room has. And it's another parallel universe, if you will. Map 31. Except that it's a little bit more hellish right now. Alright, that should take care of most of the enemies. Ah! Kind of funny how that cacodemon shot managed to hit those lost souls. Alright, let's keep pushing forward then. Anybody else? Is that all? Yeah, but let's be careful now because there's this little guy. Whoa, it was a little bit too close. I expected him to die with a single shot, but it didn't quite work. Right, let's be careful with those lost souls. Okay, that should take care of everything. And now we can finally leave this area through the so-called exit room. And now the exit is open. So we can leave this map right now, but I believe we still have some ways to go, and I can at least think of one building where I have not visited yet, and which would be this one. And there's actually a megasphere in there, so it's a good idea to check this place out. Alright, let's check out the kill counter. Looking great. We get everything. Okay, let's see. Shells, please? Come on, there has to be at least one box of shells somewhere. Well, whatever, I guess these will do. And it's time to leave. Yeah, that was Williams District. That took me 20 minutes. I think there might have been some maps that actually have taken longer for me to complete than this one, but I did remember that this map was way more complex than it actually was. But fortunately, having played through this a few times before, it made me kind of understand the layout of the map a lot better, which also means that I was able to kind of like plot the overall structure of this map quite well. So the keys kind of take you to these alternative universes, if you will, and stuff. So it's kind of easy to remember that, and also the city portion is kind of like split in two. So there's the western half and the eastern half. So if you keep that in mind, you shouldn't probably be having too many difficulties navigating around this map at least. But yeah, since this map was made by both of us, I could kind of like share some of my personal work on this map. Most of my work is around the starting area of the map. I created like the first eastern side of the city. It's a very, very small portion. But up to the part where the SSG was, and then there was this kind of like swimming pool at the top of the same building. So that was all my work, and same thing with the kind of like starting area. But the rest was done by Rockart Gamer 45. And also, as I mentioned earlier, those kind of like so-called hellish versions of earlier maps are the idea of Rockart Gamer 45, and makes me think of his Fall of Trident, where you could kind of like find these hidden bonus maps with that would be based on some of the existing maps, but it's more of a hellish version of the map that you've seen before. So that's kind of a neat idea, and a nice tribute to Fall of Trident as well. And of course, he's the guy who made Fall of Trident, so why not? But yeah, that's the last secret level of Fallen Earth. So now it's time for us to return back to the normal maps. And coming up next would be map 45. So let's save the game and stuff. So I'll be wrapping this up right now, right here. So up next, it's map 45. So thanks for the company, and see you around.